So at the very end, I talked about money, and then what happened? Everybody panicked, right? But just to let you know that I'm looking out for everybody here. And last night, because this is why I know I'm going the right direction with this. Because last night I met with a lady who can get me in touch with people that will give me a grant for this project. You know what a grant is? Yes. So how we shape it is in two ways. Number one is that it's for youth. Number one is that it's going to be probably a majority women, right? Because that's who show up. And the other part of it is that we are going to help you build skills that you can be competitive on the international market. Doesn't that sound like we just talked about? So that's good, that's great. I mean, then that way we don't have to mess around with all these fees. We don't have to mess around with all this stuff. I meet with her on the 23rd. My son and I will put together a business plan and we'll approach her. Good news, isn't it? What's interesting is that how come nobody else knew about it? Right? How come nobody else knew about that? I just thought it was, I said, wow, I mean, there's free money here for somebody that's going to do a program, but no one's come forward to do a program. So anyway, I'm glad I was the first. Because we'll scoop that money up and make this work, won't we? Okay, we're going to talk about logistics a little bit. The website is up. You tell me how you want me to present you. Okay, you've seen enough sites, you've seen LinkedIn, you've seen all this. How do you want me to present you?
Professionally.
Professionally, very good. What else?
Effectively.
What's that?
Effectively.
Effectively, that's the other word. Because one thing that I think is missing between all the talk and everything is what is effective, what is going to be useful, and what is going to get you to where you want to go with the least amount of effort. Do you want to get to where you want to go in 5 years? Do you want to get to where you want to go in a year?
Well, speaking like a product designer, it's important to show your work. Like, I don't know about the engineers, but like when we are approaching someone to get a new job, we have to show our works, meaning photos of the products, or renderings, all this kind of stuff. So it's your work that you need to show. But I can only speak from my profession. I don't know if you need to show the...
Very good. So your portfolio, okay? Yeah. So I noticed on some of your profiles it's that you use like these little different sites to post your portfolio. What? Right. There's ways to do that. So we could actually have that as a link. Instead of filling up the whole page, they can just go to the link and see your stuff. Okay, now that's a very good suggestion. Did you write that down?
Yeah,
I gotta pay her extra for this. Go
I
ahead.
think it's better to have some, at least small preview than to go to link.
Before the link.
Before the
Okay. See, all these, she's gonna be working herself to death. She's gonna want me to buy her dinner or something. So anyway, do you want to introduce yourself to everybody here so everybody knows who you are and what you do and why you're here?
In a second.
Okay, we'll wait.
Sorry. Okay. I'm Ljubica. Hi. I'm an architect, but lately I've been working as a journalist. So that's why I'm writing things out.
Very good. That's right. So now keep going.
In what?
Keep going. What we talked about last night. Keep going. Go to the next part. I'm an architect, but I'm also a journalist, and I'm here for.
I'm here to, well, hopefully promote this whole idea through some printed or online mediums, to write some articles or presentation to present this to public.
So who's going to buy her a drink after this?
Everyone. Job, we're gonna pay her dinner.
That's
get
right.
A job.
That's right.
From this.
No, just a drink.
Okay. So now, but you see, I mean, I look at road signs, how I'm going forward with things. And to me, I'm getting all the signs in front of me that I'm going the right direction. Okay, one of the things that happened is that I was able to get the money to do this, to come. It just showed up. I asked for it and it showed up. Amazing.
Can we ask
Uh-huh.
where the money came from?
For me,
No, that money that you got, the grant,
where the money comes from, the U.S.
yes.
Yeah. It's here to promote exactly what we're doing. I didn't want to use the U word, but yeah, there you go. Okay, it's all from the place that you worked on, by the way. Okay? You know something? I do not care if we have to get it from a frog. We'll get the money. All right? Okay, but I'm at the airport. I got to tell you a story. I'm at the airport. I'm sitting at my thing. I'm in Istanbul. I'm sitting there waiting for my flight. Next thing you know, this lady's got her water bottle. And she's hitting me with it. Hey, you! Open this up. She couldn't open her water bottle. So I said, oh, yeah, sure, yeah. Just stop hitting me with it, okay? I'll be more than happy. I open it and I start talking to her. She's from Serbia, 94 years old. You see how the Serbians are, you know. 94 years old, went to the United States by herself to visit her family. Her son-in-law and her daughter both work in the U.S. as electrical engineers. She comes back, she's on her way back, and she says, what are you doing here? Why do you want to go to Serbia? I told her what I was doing. She goes, well, did you know that I was a professor of electrical engineering there for 40 years? There was my first sign that I was going the right direction. Because she told me everything. This is what's wrong with Serbia. This is what's wrong with the world, right? I mean, they do that. She's seen a lot. She says, you know, you've got your work cut out for you. I said, I'm sure I do. She said, because all the kids want to do is get a degree and leave. Is that true? How many kids want to leave? Right? I mean, honest. I mean, you want me to help you leave? This is very important. We can gear this up to get you out of here, or we can gear it up to have you stay.
If it's going to be as good as for us to go abroad and work, if it's going to be as good to stay here and work here, then I would stay.
We love the
How
journalists,
many
don't
of
we?
you have been abroad living and working?
No one.
What? Yeah. Because it's not much different.
It's not much different. I mean, I've been working out of I've only been home maybe less than a year in the last 12.
You've been traveling, moving.
Oh, well, working. You know, if you start working in Saudi Arabia, what they say is that they'll let you go home every 6 months. That is a big fat lie, because all of a sudden they change everything and they say, well, you can go, but you can only go for 3 days. You can have to do it on a weekend. Yeah, and how are you going to get all the way? Yeah, so. And then they say then they change their mind, or they do it all the time. Then they say they're not going to pay it. Oh yeah, we're not going to pay for your flight, and we are going to pull your visa, so you have to get a new visa to get back in. So do you want to go home? The answer is probably no.
But that's not the thing. I mean, that's just one aspect of working abroad.
Mhm.
It's not always like that.
No, it's
For
not.
me, I would like to go, if I'm leaving this country, I would like to go and work somewhere where I will have a life and just stay there. You know?
Mhm.
Not to have to travel around and work 3 years here, 3 years there. I mean, I had that opportunity with an embassy to go to Moscow and then to Oslo, and I didn't want that. It was good money, it was good opportunity, as a good experience, but it's not life.
That's not.
And I would like to, if I'm leaving, I would like to go and have a life.
Okay. So guess what? We
You
just
will building life for yourself. Nobody can give you
3
life
years
there.
here,
yeah,
3 years
nobody.
there. It's life? Really?
For someone.
You
For
can build.
someone.
Yeah, you
For
can build
someone.
your life there.
Unless you're, I don't know.
Why not? Why not? I didn't go out from Serbia since my 33 years. Now I'm out and I cannot. I said that.
How long are you planning to do that?
I never will come back in Serbia just for vacation. I always will come for
No,
vacation.
you don't have to come back to Serbia, but you have to settle down somewhere. You cannot do that
Okay,
work
I mean,
forever.
how many people they are living like 4 years in Greece, 5 years. Especially the people who is coming from US, we don't know too much about it. And UK, this the young people now is coming and work like waiters. Now you can see in Dubai the two type of waiter. One type Indians, because they pay for them nothing. Another type you can see young British
But they're
people who is
19.
coming there to why they
They're
come.
19, you know?
Yeah, but I think
They're
that's
not
really
gonna be
personal
racist.
question, and I think
That's
that you
what
don't
I
need
will-
to discuss this. Everybody has the right. You
Tell
want
you
to settle, he
about
doesn't want.
chance,
It's
about
like
okay.
normal.
Now
Everybody is choosing
this
by
this is
themselves.
good for you. This is your opinion, and that's true. And maybe somebody likes something else. We are
Yeah.
talking just like this, you know.
Okay,
I'm just
what,
saying that
There's the
there's
problem
two
tonight.
types of going abroad and working abroad. So.
You know, the,
okay, so now I want you to listen to something. We just talked about this a few minutes ago when I was going over that nice lady's profile. How many jobs does she have? She had 9 jobs in 12 years. You work yourself out of a job. So if you think you're gonna go somewhere and make a life, after your project's over, what makes you think it's gonna stay?
Well,
What-
that's the thing. I don't want to be employed by contract or by just some job or work myself out of a job. I don't want that.
Who can
It's up to
promise
you.
you that you will not get
It's
resigned
open
or
to you.
whatever? It's you can't be so certain about anything.
Yes, of course.
In that sense.
If
But,
I'm,
but the thing, I think what she's saying, if I can step in here, is that that would be your dream.
yes,
that
something
would-
that I would. Okay, I can do those kind of jobs for next 5 or 10 years, but it's not something that I would like to do for the rest of my life.
okay, this is your choice. About that, I told you. Okay, you can start. You have the,
I can go, huh?
your vision. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's-
And after 3 years,
That's my
if you
permission
don't
too.
like it,
Yeah.
this, you know, for example, now you're going, he is in Dubai, I'm in Dubai now, and I am planning to go to move to Miami. Miami is my dream
So
city.
you're planning to.
Yeah, I want to
So
move,
this is just like.
of course. And
Two.
maybe when I reach the Miami, I see something. Oh, not, I don't like it. Never mind. Like
But you have something
maybe,
that you
yeah.
want to do.
But the thing is, you know, we're not trees.
Exactly.
We're not trees. If you, I mean, to me, a life experience is the best thing in the world, and I think you hit it right on the head. Is that when you go out of the country, it's glamorous for about the first 6 months, and then it turns into a job and work, and you do the same grind that you do here, but just in a different country. But you're away from your family. That's the biggest part, is that you're away. Now, how many here have aging parents? Okay. So is it kind of hard to leave when you don't know how mom and dad are going to do? Right? Is that hard to leave when you don't know how mom and dad are going to do?
Yes.
See, I mean, I went home for, gosh, I think, like 3 months when my dad got sick. When my dad passed away, I went back out here. Now, when my mom dies, I probably won't go back. It's not that I don't love her, but it's a different situation. It's a different scenario, right? But the thing is that, you know, what's going to keep you here and what isn't going to keep you here. And you told me right over here, that you hit it right on the head. If I can have the lifestyle here that I would have overseas, then I would stay.
That's
Right.
the best case scenario.
That's the best case scenario. So dream number 1. Dream number 2 is that you do go out of the country. You know something? There's nothing wrong. I mean, I'm a prime example. There's nothing wrong with working overseas, but it's risky. Right? I learned I learned how to say, don't shoot me, I'm an American, in like 5 different languages. Right?
Don't say you're American.
Yeah, you're right. Don't say that I'm, but the thing is that it's exciting and glamorous. I'm 56 years old now. That exciting and glamorous now isn't so bright and cheery anymore, because, you know, like in Dubai is ugly. It's absolutely horrible. I mean, they got beautiful buildings, but if you took away the buildings, it's just sand. And it's dusty.
And still under construction.
And still, yeah, and
Nothing
everything's
will work
torn.
there.
Yeah,
And
everything's all
everybody
torn
coming
up.
there, you know, like, and time to time, you just feel like part of this grow up, and you see how you're going. Like when you're born in your country, it's the same.
So here's Dubai, right? Let's see if you'll agree with me. One thing about Dubai is that they think that they think they're so above everybody. I went and I got a business card for some building. You know, the big, you know, they had that display right down there in the square, right? I get this business card. And the guy, you know, I said, okay, well, here's my stuff. Go ahead and send me something. It was 3 lines of what the building was. This much of the email was all, this is where you put your credit card in, this, because this is the privilege about living in Dubai, to be able to even put in an offer on one of the condos. They want $100,000 in cash, just to put an offer in that you'll never see again, because they think they're all, right? They think they're all that. It's an expensive place to live. I mean,
Yeah.
again, I mean, I'm only there, I'm there just, it's because it's a great transitional period. I can leave, get in and out of the country easy. In Saudi Arabia, it's hard. It's really hard. Okay?